Hi, my name is Talia. Welcome to Talia Nerds Out. This video should be a fairly short one. This is going to be a video about the fictional books that I've been reading. I have recorded just prior to this one on nonfiction books that I've been reading during this period, but this video will probably go up first since this will be the shorter of the two. We have just entered into Friday, July 9th, a little after midnight. Let me get a drink of water. So, my reading for this period of time, this quarter of the Historathon, so that would be the. Sorry, I'm just trying to think about it. It's April, May, June, I think, because I think we're in the third quarter, or in the third month of this quarter. It was January, February, March, yeah, April, May, June. So this is the last part of the second quarter, last month of the second quarter. And this quarter, it's been very weathery, and I don't do well with weather. With my chronic illnesses, it really affects me. So not as much reading done as I would like. Please let me know if you like the height of the camera this time. I've actually put my computer on top of my Oxford Dictionary of English, and I think it gives a better height to it. My background, unfortunately, is still always going to be a bit cluttered. I don't have a lot of space, and every time I try to record in a different room, I go into a flare. So this is the best location for me to be able to physically get through a video. Okay, so the fictional books that I've been reading. I have not gotten as far as this as I would like, but this should be a quick read. I just haven't focused. So this is Star Wars: Heir to the Empire by Timothy Zahn. It's not a bad cover. It's not my favorite one, mostly because it marks it as being of the Legends versus an older cover which does not have Disney's mark on it. But I mean, it's an okay cover in spite of the fact that it does not respect the original chronology, the original extended universe. I do have a nice magnetic bookmark that a friend gave me, so it's really cute. It's by Millie Paper Co. And I have several more coming in. Several other bookmarks from this place coming in, which I look forward to. Some magnetic, some not. Just because I think they do cute bookmarks. So I'm on chapter 16. And I mean, if I just sat down and read, I would make it through this so fast. Because I've read this multiple times. This is one of my favorite books. And I'm trying to make my way through this trilogy and then the duology after this. By Timothy Zahn. I have one more book in the Zahn series, which are focused. I think all of them have Mara Jade in some way or another. So I have one of them that I have not read, but it's the last one of them. But I wanted to read all the ones leading up to that. And thus far, I read Choices. I've read Choices of One. I've read Allegiance, and this is the next one. Then there'll be the other two books in this trilogy, the duology, which is Visions. Let's see, it's Visions of the Past, Spectre of the Future, I believe. And then it has one other book after that I haven't read. So yeah, if I just sat and focused, I could get this done. The other one that I read, I really wish I had read more of this so far. So last I think I talked to you for the Silmarillion, I had, let's see, trying to see where I was last. I want to say that they had just left. Oh, I don't even know if I had gotten to the kinslaying yet. But I've gotten past the kinslaying. I have just gotten past the dark elf and his son Maglin being set up in Gondolin. and I'm about to head into the coming of men into the West, which I'm so excited about. Actually, I'm about halfway through. Although I think part of that is, part of that's commentary at the beginning here. But yeah, I am headed into the coming of men, which means I'm headed into seeing sorry, my brain's not working. Dang. I'm sorry, I'm having trouble thinking. Baron. I'm not far from Baron and Luthien at all. I need to start picking up reading. I'm on chapter 17. Chapter 19 is of Baron and Luthien. Oh, I'm so excited. So I need to buckle down and get to reading. I have been looking forward to Baron and Luthien for so long. So, yes, things are really heating up for this. I've really been enjoying it when I sit down and read this. But this isn't a book I bring with me places because this is a really nice copy. Now, unusually for me, I have occasionally pulled out the map to look at it and see where I'm at. Because I'm not usually a map person. I don't usually care where things are at geographically. But I forget why I needed it to make things make sense, but I did pull it out at one point. So yeah, I did get a little bit reading on this. I'm really excited to see how close to Baron and Luthien that I am. But yeah, and also it was a nice surprise to see that I didn't realize the Dark Elf came before Baron and Luthien, so that was kind of cool. There's a lot of I've really hit the fun stuff in this. Once you get into the Noldor and all that. I do have stash enhancement. This came in. This was a pre-order, and I'm trying to see. I've read all the ones prior to this. So this is Diane Freeman's Countess of Harley Mysteries. So there have been 4 books prior to this. A Lady's Guide. I'm looking at books because they're behind you. A Lady's Guide to Etiquette and Murder was the first one. Then it was A Lady's Guide to Gossip and Murder. A Lady's Guide to Mischief and Murder. And the last one that I read was A Lady's Guide. I'm sorry, Fiancé's Guide to. Oh no, I haven't read this one yet. Okay, I still have to read a Fiancé's Guide. Okay, so next one I have to read is actually Fiancé's Guide to First Wives and Murder. Then it'll be this one, A Bride's Guide to Marriage and Murder. And it's supposed to arrive later this month, the next pre-order in this series, which is, I think, A Newlywed's Guide. I really enjoy this series, and I'm looking forward to. I really actually should. I make my way through these super quick, and I should read one of these pretty soon. I've been pacing these because I kind of want to always have one not read, and I knew I had a couple pre-orders coming in. So yeah, that's exciting. I might at some point, maybe this weekend, do, even if no one joins me, I might do some reading sprints. If only for myself, just to get some reading in, because I kind of feel like I just need that little push to get myself to get the reading in that I have been doing. I was doing really well for a while. I feel like when Janelle Too Fond of Books. Hi, Janelle, if you are watching this, I know I haven't been very active lately, particularly not doing fictional things. But when Janelle was doing her readings sprints for March Mystery Madness, I feel like that really helped me to getting the reading done that I wanted to. So I might try to pop in a reading sprint sometime this weekend, even if I'm the only one who shows up. What else do I want to show? Oh, got this a long time ago. I want to say at Hobby Lobby. It looks like a book for Batman comics, and that actually looks like that would be Tim Drake's Robin, because that's not Dick Grayson's Robin uniform. So it looks like it has, nice cover, and it opens up, and now I'm keeping my bookmarks in here. Most right now I have are my Edgar Allan Poe bookmarks, but I should be having more to add in there, which is nice. I am laying it flat just because I don't want it to open, but I still get to see the the cover binding there, which is nice. What else do I have to talk about? Oh, I did read a few comics, and that's what actually got me to catch up on my reading. And I ran into I was looking up some because I'm a nerd. I was looking up something on I think it would have been the Marvel database of heroes, and there's a character I hadn't heard about, and his name is bring it up. His name's Kevin Casper Cole, and he eventually takes on the name of, I think his name becomes White Tiger, but he's a young man who is a cop. He's ouch, 2 years in, and he finds a Black Panther at he finds abandoned. It looks like it's damaged. A Black Panther uniform. He fixes it and starts using it because he got put on standby. Not standby. He's on disciplinary leave. And I forget the period of time that he was, but by the time we reach him, he had like a week, 2 weeks to go, something like that. But he got set up because he was not willing to go dirty, and he got set up. He is about to start getting back into things again. He was on the not Vice, but he dealt with like drug busts and things like that. But when we meet him, like I said, he's wearing a Black Panther uniform. He's an interesting enough character, but honestly, and I've read so far, it's Black Panther 50. I've read Black Panther 50 to 53, which is an introduction to his character. Next one will be 54. And honestly, even though he's interesting enough, the little glimpses I've gotten of T'Challa, Black Panther, have been more interesting. And it kind of makes me want to go back and read some of his comics, just because even for the short period of time that I see him in the comics, he's been compelling. He's been interesting. Now I still kind of want to follow along with Casper Cole because he's a new to me character. He was created, looks like, in 2016. But I'm sorry, no, 1998. I apologize. So he is in. I mean, he's an older character, but he's not an old character. He is one I'm looking forward to know better, but I also want to see T'Challa being pulled into things more. My main interest in Casper Cole was the fact that he is a cop as well as having this alternate identity. It makes me think of several other characters who have that dichotomy of working with the law, but also not really working with the law. So in that category, you have people like Matt Murdock, who is Daredevil, but also a lawyer by day. You have Dick Grayson, who, during my favorite period of time for him, was not only Nightwing, but also was a Blue Haven cop. And I was always sad when they took that away from him. It was my favorite period of time for his character. So when I saw that Casper Cole had that similar background, it was interesting to me, made me want to read more about the character. And he's interesting enough, like I said, he's not quite as compelling as T'Challa is, but I do want to read more about his character, and hopefully, as it progresses, I'll get to see more of T'Challa, even though I know I'm going to be picking up T'Challa's story in bits and pieces because I have not read any other Black Panther comics. My sole knowledge prior to this comic about Black Panther has been through bits and pieces I've gotten through the Marvel database or through the movies, which I know the movies are, from what I gather, the movies don't necessarily give the most accurate portrayal of Black Panther. People who are actually Black Panther fans can give me a better idea of that, but that was the impression that I got. But yeah, I will be reading more of this. I'm kind of good right now. I'm not ready to go on to number 54 yet. But yeah, it's been fun so far. What else do I have fictional-wise? I hope to maybe read some Star Trek this month because someone is doing. Actually, I think he's doing a 3-month challenge. So I think it's he's doing June, July, August. I think it is for the summer. He's doing a summer of Trek. The couple people are doing. Actually, a couple of people I follow through the Historathon. So I do hope to read a couple of Trek books. I have some that I really enjoy. And I'm going to pull up my Kindle so I can. Sorry. I want to reread. I really enjoyed. I think it's the Renasu series. Renasu. That has things like Honor Blade. That's a series that deals with some Romulan characters. I really enjoyed that series the first time I read it. I might reread Ishmael, another original series book. Most of my Star Treks are probably gonna be rereads. If I want to just kind of go complete candy, I might reread Star Trek: The Next Generation crossed over with the X-Men called Planet X. It's been a very long time since I've read that one. And they pull in, I think it's Banshee, Shadowcat, Storm, Wolverine, and Archangel. Oh, and Nightcrawler. Yes. So they have quite a good crew of X-Men pulled over. Let's see. Some of the other ones. I have a lot of Spock ones I enjoy. He's been really. When I read original series, I tend to focus on Spock just because I find his character to be fascinating. And Ishmael is one of the Spock focused one. One I know I'm going to reread because this is one of my favorite ones is Star Trek: Next Generation, Tooth and Claw, and it's actually. Let me bring up the book details. It's actually a Riker focused book. I really enjoyed this one, and I don't want to give away too much. See if it actually gives information. I don't know how to pronounce this. I'm going to assume it's a silent N. Tignano was a populated world with a perfect sun until the right technology fell into the wrong hands. Now the sun is failing quickly, and the Starship Enterprise has just one chance to evacuate the refugees. Captain Jean-Luc Picard must succeed in delicate negotiations with the only people who can help them, a prickly neighboring species known as the Sorens. Again, I'm just assuming the pronunciation. To assist in that effort, Commander Will Riker was assigned a very different diplomatic task. As a polite formality and a show of good faith, he accompanied a young Soren prince to an exclusive hunting preserve. There, technology decamping shields and some of the galaxy's deadliest predators were supposed to test the untried noble's ability in the Kafura, the hunt. But the shuttlecraft didn't land on Fandre. It crashed. It didn't land on Fandre. It crashed. Now cut off from Sora and the Enterprise, the survivors of the disaster face the ultimate struggle for survival. Without the aid of tricorders or phasers, Riker, his royal charge, and their would-be rescuers must fight for their lives with the only weapons they can muster: spears and bat'leth, tooth and claw. And this book was one that stuck with me. Really enjoy it. Highly recommend if you've never read that particular Star Trek book. Another one, the Vulcan Academy Murders. I love that one. But I do think I'm going to reread, and someone else brought this book up. It's called Best Destiny. It's by Diane Carey, and it's dealing with a young teenage Kirk, and I remember enjoying that one. It focuses a lot on his father. A lot of my favorite titles seem to be actually original series, and a lot of them are Spock focused. I do plan on taking part in the Star Trek, even if I read only a couple of them, because I am trying to finish some of my Star Wars books. But yeah, I guess that's it. You might see me starting The Brave and the Bold. I'm not quite ready to start Mouse, MAUS, which is this one. I think I'm going to save this for the fourth quarter of the Historathon because this is marked under memoir history, and I feel like then I should actually add in the Historathon. This will be great. I've heard so many good things about Mouse, so I'm going to save that for then. But I'll probably start this one next. Flash Green Lantern, Brave and the Bold. So, alrighty, I think that's all for me for my fictional reads. I hope to read some more fiction than I have been doing, hoping that will kind of get me back in my groove for reading. It is about 1:19 here. I probably should start kind of winding down for the night. I'll edit this video, put it up, and then tomorrow I will edit the nonfiction one and get that one up. And by tomorrow, I mean when I wake up, because it's already tomorrow. Alrighty, y'all. You have a great day, and I will see you when I see you. God bless. Bye. Oh, and keep your eye on this channel. I do hope to do a rating sprint at some point, even if it's me by myself, and I. All right, God bless. Bye.